today. Welcome back to the sewing room. I am down here for the first time since Monday. That was not the intention at all. This week has really not gone according to plan, but it's been a lovely week. We had Mum's birthday celebrations. We are going out for lunch with her and her friend on Monday, as we had to go into town really early on the Thursday, so she didn't really want lunch that early. So yes, we're doing our Dad paid for lunch on Monday instead. I am going to continue work on the 9076 in the Teal Cobra Corsage. I think the majority of you guys said that I should definitely go for bias binding with this, which I am going to do, and I think that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Then I have got some sleeves to make, and I've been through my stash of buttons and I haven't really got anything that I really want to use for this, because I actually wanted small black shell buttons. I've only got 4 in my stash and I cannot find anywhere online that I can buy more. The minute I say that, you guys are just going to Google and immediately find them, but I promise I've looked, but the size that I want is out of stock. So I've bought some miniature self-covered buttons from Prim, and I'm trying to decide if I want them in black or if I want them in the teal colour, because I do have quite a lot of scraps of this fabric, so I could cut out the solid teal pieces to make the teal buttons. I think the black would probably be a good idea, because I think I'm doing black piping, so the black buttons would kind of tie that in. I do have, I think, some black viscose back there that I've used for the actual piping that I've made as well, so I'm gonna have a hunt around and do that. Although I did order the packets, I ordered 3 packets of buttons. I have 1 already. They come in packs of 6 because I need 14 buttons for this dress. They've not arrived. They were supposed to arrive yesterday and they got delayed. I can still, as long as I make some of the buttons up to get the right fit for the rouleau loops or the button loops, then I can definitely make the sleeves, because I need to put the button loops into the cuff before the cuff gets sewn, which is fine. So yeah, as long as I have some of the buttons made, and then when the rest come I can make the rest of the buttons. That makes sense, because once I've worked out what size one loop needs to be, all the loops, the rest of the loops are going to be the same size, aren't they? That's okay, that's good. Mum really liked her presents. Her main present is still en route. I will let you know when that arrives. We'll show you. Fingers crossed she likes it. Yeah, had a really lovely day. I put some photos up on Instagram of all the cards and presents that Mum got in the morning. There was flowers from her church, a bouquet of the floral cupcakes again. Then they had a book club party that evening, so all the book club, it just happened to be it's always the last Thursday of the month, which happened to be Mum's birthday. It happened to be their book, or I think Mum offered to take it on because that way it would be a party at her house rather than her inflicting herself on somebody else, kind of thing. Yeah, it's been a really lovely week, but it's definitely not been the week that I had intended. There was supposed to be a proper video going up yesterday of this dress finished, and it's still in pieces. So yeah, that's going to go up next Friday. Lots of you guys have been asking about the dresses that are on the racks back here. This is all stuff I made last year and it's just slightly too big for me, so I am going to alter it. I think one of the dresses actually in there is from a couple of years ago. Everything up there needs to be altered. Obviously this is the skirt for the dress that I'm currently making. I am going to do a video about that at some point, because I would like to wear these dresses this year, and as you guys know, I've been trying to follow a keto diet, although there's been a lot of cake this week. I have lost some weight, and so when I made those I was a bit bigger, so I would like to be able to wear them this year, so I'm going to alter them. But you all know how I feel about alterations, so I just need to get around to actually doing it, and I thought making a video about it would be a good kind of push to get it done, but we shall see. I need to draw the winner of the Hariath. Getting lots of people telling me how to say it in the comment section of the videos. I know it's 3 syllables, Hariath. I think I'm just saying the I really quickly. Hariath. Hariath. Clearly my inner Welsh is not kind of manifesting, because I am a quarter Welsh, but clearly that is not manifesting and I do not speak the language. So I'm doing my best. I am trying. So yes, I need to draw the winner for that. So I'm going to do that with a random number generator, and I will film myself doing that, and the announcement is going to go up on the 31st, which is when you're seeing this, which is good. So yay! What else am I going to get done today? I think I'm just going to try and power through and get this dress done. I've been sewing this dress in my sleep. I've been going through all the different steps and things that I want to do in my sleep, because I think one of the reasons that I'm kind of stalling on this as well is I'm completely changing the dress up. I do like the original pattern, and I do wear the original one that I made, but I didn't like the skirt closure method at the front. just wasn't my favourite. So I'm putting a side zipper in this one, and I'm fully lining the bodice because I did think the way that they had you finish the inside, or would have you finish the inside of the dress, is a little bit daft. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. So I need to stop waffling at you, draw the winner singular for the Horiath giveaway, and I also have some coffees to say thank you for, so let me get my laptop out and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Laptop is out. The very lovely Laura Stringfellow bought me very many coffees, so thank you very much, Laura. That was very much appreciated. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, all the links to my Ko-fi and Patreon accounts are in the description down below. There is currently a vote up on Patreon for the next kind of recreate the look video that I'm going to be doing, so if you would like to have your say on which dress I sew next, have a look at the Patreon link in the description down below. Right, now I need to draw the winner for the Horiath giveaway, which will be launching tomorrow when you're seeing this, because you're seeing this on Tuesday. New window. Oh, I need to record my screen as well, don't I? Okay, well this one's not working. Let's try a different one. YouTube link here. Fetch. Don't want to allow duplicates. There we go. Okay, so we've got 64 unique comments on the video, so let's pick a winner. Lorraine Hainsworth, and her favourite word is lunaria. Oh, that is a pretty word. Well done. I will be sending you a gift voucher for lavender and twine, so you can buy the Horiath pattern tomorrow when it becomes available. Okay, after all that technical difficulties, because this is me we're talking about, I will get on with making some bias binding.
2 hours later.
Everything is progressing really nicely. I am starting to get the yoke pieces together. I've got the shoulder seams sewn and one of the side seams sewn. The next thing that I need to do is put the front of the yoke to the waist of the yoke and sew that together, and then I can start adding in the piping, which I'm hoping will be quite easy to do. That's why I've gone for piping, because it should be, but we shall see. Anyway, I've also got the collar sewn in a different manner to the way that they suggest, because I'm trying something different, and then the little modesty placket, and again that's slightly different to the way they suggest it being sewn, but fingers crossed it'll all work. It does in my head. That doesn't always mean to say it will in real life. But I am going to call it a night. It's 6 o'clock and I want to go and see Maverick at the cinema, Top Gun Maverick, because it's just come out. I took mum to see Downton Abbey the other day, which was awesome. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. So I'm going to pack up down here, come back down for the sew along, no, not the sew along, hang out tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to keep trying to sew this, because it is technically a sew along, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm not sure how that will work with trying to film this and the hangout. I've not done it before. It might be a good idea, it might be a terrible idea. We shall see. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling at you, so I hope you enjoy the little bit I filmed today. I will be back tomorrow with more waffle, and you guys will be seeing us on Tuesday, so see you then. Bye. Hey peeps, welcome back to the sewing room. Happy Sunday. I am down here, it's about 20 to 12 I think, so I'm just going to start the live hangout. I went to see I went to see Top Gun last night, Maverick, the sequel, and oh my gosh, that was awesome. That was so good. It was so good, in fact, that I came out of the cinema, went to sit in the car, had a look on the Cineworld app, saw that there was another one in 10 minutes, and went back in and watched it again in the exact same cinema, exact same seat. It was so good, and like literally watching it back to back like that, I wasn't bored. It was so good, so good. I probably will see that again. I'm probably going to take mum and dad to see that. Dad needs to see it at the cinema, because so good, so good. Anyway, like I say, hangout time. I got a whole bunch of little bits and pieces done on the dress last night. Got some seams to press, and we're getting to the point where I'm going to have to start putting in the piping, and I'm trying to decide if I do that during the hangout or if I try something else, or if I just sit and chat for a couple of hours, because you know, there's that too. In fact, I think what I will do is kind of put the dress to the side, because it is a sew along as well as a proper video as well as a live hangout, so rather than have to keep pausing and refilming stuff, I will put all this to the side and then come back to this after I finish the hangout. So I think I'm going to change the thread on my machine to a lime green and start working on the Kiwi projects. So a Kiwi coloured thread, not a lime green thread. They're very different. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet because I don't want to be chatting, like having to stop chatting on the hangout to try and film the bits for the sew along. That does make sense, yes. I have on my maxi 7974. It's got the sleeves, but I have got a cardigan on today. This is the Vianne cardigan, all the lace work at the back. I've got a little belt on because we all know how I feel about a belt. This dress actually does need a little press stud at the waist for me to not be able to wear it without a belt. But I did try and wear this time last year to, well, beginning of this month last year, to go for my birthday lunch, and it was a lot tighter than it is now, so that's good. This one I've also raised up the front by 1.5 inches, and in the next dress that I've done, because I've made 3 of these now, no, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these now. The 4th one I've raised it up by 2 inches because I don't mind cleavage, but this is very cleavage-tastic. I have got a slip-on underneath that's got lace just in case anything peeks out, so it's a bit lacy. And the little collar and the little ties on the thing. I love this dress. I really do love this dress. I saw somebody today on Instagram, and I didn't take a screenshot of it, but they'd used the Rifle Paper Company Primavera rayon to make one, and I was just like, ooh, yeah, I need to do that because I've got 5 meters of that fabric and I wasn't 100% sure which dress to make with it, but having seen it made up into this, it's gorgeous. And then this dress would also fit really well with the Citrus collection because it's these kinds of colours, and I'm hoping to make it into a capsule wardrobe to take on holiday with me, although if I did that for the entirety of the Citrus collection, I think that would be too many clothes for a 2-week holiday. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling at you because that was 4.5 minutes of lots of just random word vomit. So I hope you've joined the hangout. I hope you enjoyed it if you did, and I will see you afterwards.
2 hours later.
The hangout was really fun. I went for a couple of hours because this started aching. I don't know if it's related to me talking or not. I do talk a lot. It does hurt a lot. Maybe it is related. I have 2 more scrunchies done, so that's good. I did end up making about 4.5 meters of bias binding from the tiny little scraps I had left over from the Cobra Corsage Kiwi. This is going to be enough to do the armholes of the little shirt that I'm making currently, and then also I bound the edges of the facing with this too. That's good. I've got the shirt back over there. All the edges, the facings have just been sewn on, so everything needs pressing. Then I can sew the yoke together, hand stitch down the shoulder seams of the yoke, and then I will, what will I do then? Then I'm going to sew up the side seams, put on the buttonholes and buttons, and then put on the bias binding to finish off the armholes, and then that one will be done, which will be nice. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to then carry on working on the 9076 or start on the shirt dress or start another project, because I did have some ideas that I wanted to get done for next weekend, but I'm not sure because this is really hurting. I've taken some painkillers and it's not doing anything. Not surprising. Didn't think it would, but yes. Anyway, let me carry on with this and I'll show you how I'm doing at the end of the day when I have hopefully finished a shirt.
1 hour later.
It's finished and I love it. I really like this colour. Very much looking forward to having my 8577 in it. Let me just tip you down a little bit. I didn't wear a correct outfit to try this on today, so still got my dress and my slip on. It's really nice. I love this colour. I really love this colour. I had 5 meters of this fabric and I got an 8577 and this shirt out of it, 2 scrunchies and a little bit of 4.5 meters of bias binding. I've just got tiny scraps left, so very pleased that I've got this done, but it did mean that I had no choice about placement of bugs or snakes or flowers or anything, so it is what it is. I think the snakes on the back are actually upside down, but never mind. I have sewn bias binding onto the finish the sleeve, the armholes, because I didn't have enough to cut sleeves out of this one. I've sewn it on. I've not turned it under, but I don't think I'm going to, because I would have to top stitch it under if I did. And trying to get that to line nice and flatly, I like both. I may change my mind in the future, but for now I'm just going to leave it finished like this with the bias binding exposed, because it is the same colour. So if I'd been using a different coloured one I might change it, but I don't mind it. It's ½ inch. It means that the seam allowance is kind of still there, which is why this is kind of sitting over my shoulder points. If I had turned this under, it would sit in the right place. But I just don't want to try and fuss with trying to get it to lie flat. I can do it. It's just going to be a bit of a pain, so I'm not going to bother because I quite like how it looks. Glad that I did decide to get this done during the hangout rather than try and work on the sew along, because that wouldn't have worked, trying to film all the stuff and chat at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to come back to the sew along tomorrow morning, and then also on Tuesday, and tomorrow evening I'm taking Mum and Susan to the Wishing Well, which is the Mermaid Gin distillery on the island. Mermaid Gin is Isle of Wight gin, very expensive, but we're going to, it's a pub called the Wishing Well, which is where the distillery is based as well, and they do a tasting board. So Mum and Susan are having that. I'm driving for a lunch for Mum's birthday, because as I say, when I took her out on her actual birthday, we were quite early because I had an appointment. So Mum just had cake for lunch, which is perfectly acceptable on your birthday, but not the nourishing lunch that one should have. So yes, we're doing that tomorrow. But yeah, very pleased with this, very pleased indeed. Probably will wear this tomorrow actually. It's going to be quite interesting pairing it with some of my other things that I've made. It's going to be interesting to see what it goes with. I'm thinking maybe my red denim skirt might look quite nice with it, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave you for today. It's still quite early. It is 10 to 8, so early-ish. It's just still light outside, so it feels early. Yeah, I'm going to leave you for today, but I'll be back tomorrow to waffle at you some more, and as I say, you'll be seeing this on Tuesday. So I hope you've enjoyed the day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!